And I have a comment on somebody that we're going to drag in, rightfully so. All right, Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather. What's going on here? Floyd Mayweather initiates $100 million lawsuit against Business Insider and journalist Daniel Geiger.
Okay. So out of 48 years, I'm 48 years old, and I've never sued a media outlet. The media outlet throughout my life has bashed me, talked bad about me, spoke bad about my family. Now, I've always been judged because how I have presented myself when I'm promoting a fight. You cannot judge me for entertaining the people when I'm promoting a fight. Judge me for the person that you know. You can't judge me if you don't know me. So that's no different from people in this room may want to do a deal with me. But if someone going out there putting lies on my name, putting lies on me and my team and my family and hurting my business, we're not talking about millions. We're talking about billions of dollars. We can't do that. So this is my first time ever filing a lawsuit. Okay, so out of 48 years, I'm sued against a media company for speaking bad about my company. I'm not a liar. I'm a lot of things, but I'm not a liar. I work hard to build my name, to build my reputation, and I'm not gonna let anyone go out there and smear my name and talk bad about me, talk bad about my family, or talk bad about my company.
So that article sparked rumors that you are bankrupt. How do you respond to that? I don't think you have publicly responded
Well,
yet.
everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I mean, if we call having two private jets, owning 100 buildings, being able to do what you want to do, if that's bankrupt, then I'm pretty sure everybody want to live like that.
Interesting. As much as some people play with Floyd Mayweather's intelligent level, some of it obviously comes from the boxing. Like all boxers go through that. They don't speak that clearly. Sometimes they got the stuttering aspect. Remember, we've watched him box professionally for X amount of years, but he's also boxing his whole life as a kid and all that. I don't even care if you got headgear on. That's just how it goes. Um, Look at the ice water challenge that 50 Cent did on him once upon a time, where he was challenging him to read a chapter of Harry Potter, right? People always play with Floyd Mayweather as if he's not the sharpest knife in the box. He's got to be smart enough to land the business deals and front some of these companies. I'm pretty sure he has a lot of people in a team that helps him and advises him, but no, the man's not stupid. And this is one of the best statements that I've seen him give about business. It really is. I think he nailed every point perfectly. Perfectly. So to say that he's 48 years old and this is his first time suing a media company, he gives a very, very logical answer as to why. He gives two. The first one of you get out here and you tarnish me or my company's reputation, there could be billions of dollars lost because other people might hear some of this stuff and not want to do business with me, thinking that some of these rumors are true. What do you think is the point of Jay-Z going after Tony? It's not just to punish him for like playing with him, but you played with my name, you played with my reputation. I'm in a lot of heavy situations and that hurts. And he countersues for how much? $190 million, more than what's on the table for this Floyd Mayweather situation, right? Jay-Z put $190 million on the table that he's claiming was affected from Tony Busby and Jane Doe's accusations that ended up getting dismissed, right? So Floyd Mayweather, it makes a lot of sense there, okay? Another point that he made, very accurate, very, very accurate. He said, don't judge me based on promoting a fight. Think about that with a little bit more context. Floyd Mayweather started his career. If you really paid attention to him, I followed boxing, especially during this era. It was a part of my life. Okay, coming out of him being a young man all the way into the pros. I watched this man. Anytime a camera would come on, you could see his media training. You could see his bright smile. You could see him choosing his words correctly. He was developing up to way before he was becoming a superstar and a multi mega millionaire and one of the most successful athletes of all time. He was doing the media thing, right? This is when he was Pretty Boy Floyd then as well. Okay. All that Mexican assassin or Mexican kill, all that type of stuff. You know when that came? That came when he realized that playing the bad guy lined his pockets more. He went from being Pretty Boy Floyd to being Money Mayweather. Okay. And then you go from saying all the right things in these post interviews and post fights to especially in the lead in, right? To now you got these boxing darlings, you know, in some cases even like an Oscar De La Hoya that had these huge fan bases. You're tearing at them culturally. You're promoting these fights, right? You're going on these world tours and press runs promoting these fights, and then the box office breaks records, and you realize being the bad guy and having people show up to watch me win or lose pays me double, triple, 5 times, 10 times more. If the whole world, this was the formula that worked for him. If the whole world loves me as Pretty Boy Floyd and I'm selecting my words and I'm smiling for the cameras and everybody likes me and adores me, then there's people buying to support me. Yes. But when I'm the bad guy and the villain sometimes too, and I'm Floyd, I'm Money May, and I'm wearing sombreros and all that, and kind of mocking Mexican culture as I come to the ring or promote my fight. Look at the box office turnout and the tickets and the pay-per-view sales. Because there's just as many people that was going to buy it for me to win. Now there's a whole crop of people buying it to watch me lose. You can't judge him based on promotion. You can't, because that was marketing. That was me selling a product. That was making people buy in to the event and to the boxing fight. Not now, me as a person, you got to actually walk around with me a day in a life, a week in a life, a month in a life, a year in a life to understand who I truly am. I really agree with him saying that. I really, really agree with him saying that. Okay. So now you got that, and then you factor in that people have been tearing down his name over the years, and there's just as many people that have been supporting him. Let me be fair, but when they tear him down, they go after some of the things that they've seen when he's been in certain characters, right? I haven't heard about him robbing a bunch of people and ripping a million people off. I'm pretty sure him and TMC got a lot of business deals that people agree or disagree with, right? That's in the layer that he's in, sure. But we don't have no reputation hanging over his head like allegedly they put over, like, let's say, Don King's head. Like Don King's just out here robbing Mike Tyson and robbing everybody. We don't hear that allegedly. We don't hear that about. I don't hear that about Floyd Mayweather. I think his business reputation is solid as shit. I think he helped a lot of people make millions and millions and millions of dollars. I think his companies are doing very good for a reason, right? So Floyd Mayweather Productions, they put on some huge things and collaborations, fights and hostings, and so I don't think that he would deserve that. And like he says, I've endured that, and this is the first time where I'm saying, all right, this is too much. So I thought it was funny when it came out, when he did that video. Hey, I own X amount of buildings in New York and all that, and people come out and say he's bankrupt. That's a lie, and this and that. And you want to know who else jumped on it? His arch nemesis, who is, when he's into it with you, he wants to see your destruction, and no matter how long it takes. 50 Cent. 50 Cent trolled the shit out of Floyd Mayweather. He always does. Anytime he gets an opportunity to troll Floyd or say something about him, he does. Same way he will with Diddy, same way he will with Jay-Z, same way he will with Rick Ross, and the list continues. Pretty sure he'll do the same now with Big Meech. He does that with Little Meech. You know, anytime he gets the opportunity to post something on his gram, his huge Instagram platform. Here's the thing. I keep saying 50 Cent needs to be careful. I don't think he cares about his point of life, as a matter of fact, but that side of people perceiving him to be the bully, people never like a bully. And another thing that I'm very surprised that 50 Cent continues to evade is lawsuits. Like, what would stop, other than Big Meech's street legacy and reputation, from walking into court and just suing 50 Cent and saying, I lost everything and all these opportunities and shit. When I came home, I had even my first show was canceled, and I had all this stuff that just came crumbling down because he posted that I'm a rat and I'm not. What would stop Big Meech other than just being a street nigga and not wanting people to look at him like that from walking into a court and opening up that defamation lawsuit on 50 Cent? Or from him posting some shit that Floyd Mayweather is lying. He don't own shit in Manhattan. He's a liar. And Floyd saying the same way I'm suing this media company, I'm going to sue 50 Cent. What would stop? The only thing I think that's stopping these people from doing it, number one, the respect that 50 Cent has, and number two, it's a big legal battle. Like a Big Meech to fight a 50 Cent, you might feel like that's a very tough battle, because Big Meech has this many resources and Little Meech has, and 50 Cent has this many resources. You might look at it like, shit, I got to go fight the NFL, right? Big Meech, I don't think we've seen DMs get leaked, allegedly, looking like he's trying to pitch himself for ad or social media promotions. That's not the space that 50 Cent is operating in. He's over here opening up $1 billion movie arenas, scenes, and what, you know what I'm saying? Like deals, and it's studios. It's a whole different ballgame. Floyd could go muscle for muscle with 50. He's got high power lawyers that he can bring to a situation. He's got money to fight civil lawsuits. His word and his name is gonna carry strong. I think 50 Cent got to be careful, man, because these people, they've left him alone. And certain times it's justified for somebody to say, I'm not putting up with this, man. You've literally taken food off my table or stopped my business because of your fucking Instagram page. It's real shit. Now, is Floyd really exaggerating about that business or that real estate portfolio that he began to promote? I don't know. And I really don't care, but I love his statement here. That media platform that he's being sued, I will now start to. Wasn't covering that. But now that he's suing this media platform, I want to cover that. I want to follow that. And I will say, 50, man, you need to be careful.